don't think it's a trend. I think there are some things that you evolve into, and that there's no returning to the shape you were before. Because becoming aware that brands have a social role to play is a kind of like a mind expanding development. And when you stretch a mind, it doesn't go back to the old size. That's the beauty of the mind. And so people, once you understand this and you can relate to it and you begin to practice it, it's very hard for you to turn a blind eye or pretend it's not there or make like it doesn't exist. It will always be there. It may eventually take another form, but this new realization that brands, we have moved up, kumbaga, we have moved up from brands being simply commercial ventures and brand building. The simple reason behind brand building being so that you can charge a premium price. And then going beyond that, and so now brands are expected to have some other kind of role, some other kind of more exalted role than just a commercial. Not that the commercial role is bad per se. Business is business. But in order to have an increasingly meaningful way of interacting with its consumers, customers, brands are going to have to take on this social role. What exactly is the social role that fits a specific brand? That's going to be answered by the brand itself and its purpose. As Charles was saying, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. That's because the functions of brand building, marketing, etc. belonged in one department, and CSR, PR, HR, mga ganyan, that all belong in another department. And so they didn't necessarily have to complement one another or be integrated. So very often, a company will do some CSR, it likes to do good. But usually these are just responses to tragedies or the needs of the times. So sabihin mo, there's a typhoon here. Okay, this company is going to donate money here. Or we're going to donate for the building, rebuilding. Or we make noodles, bring them 100 sacks of noodles. Okay, so that's all very okay. But that's opportunistic. I mean, you have to be doing that every day. Nor will the noodle company decide na, oh yeah, every month henceforth we will give away 100 sacks. It just doesn't make sense. So then you try to find a way, okay, what is the be all and end all? What is our brand purpose? And if it is to provide nutritious snacks that are ready, easily, hot snacks that are easily available and ready to be consumed by families who can't afford too much, then number one, you align your product. If you're very high in salt, forget it. You're not fulfilling your brand need. And it's even worse if you're going to give that away. If you're full of salt and you're going to give it away because people have nothing to eat, you're going to fill them up with salt. I mean, that doesn't make sense. Somebody's going to trip on that one day, at one point or another. Somebody's going to connect those two and say, hey, sino ba niloloko mo? Diba? So you can't say one thing and then do another. In today's very active consumers who are very active on social media, you can't get away with that. And so that's the role talaga that it's not even a role anymore that you have to aspire to. You just have to make sure that you're walking the talk. Hindi, mabubuking ka rin. No, I don't think your advocacy needs to dictate your product, but I think your brand needs to carve out for itself a role over and above what that brand means in people's lives. If, for example, you can do the whole route. I mean, if you are for, like beds, perhaps. So you manufacture cushions that are supposed to be comfortable and help your spine stay erect, and so on and so forth. Uh, what is your overall brand purpose? It might be to raise a new generation of people with great posture, to achieve their fullness in their height. Kasi ang liliit ng Pilipino. Baka yun ang brand purpose mo. Eh di, ituhog mo ng lahat under that. So what else do you do? Aside from just sell the cushions, you then advocate certain kinds of exercises, or you advocate, I don't know, you could have a program whereby you're helping build, you're helping make real what your brand purpose is, totally apart from the selling of the beds.